Cause they thought I'd never make it. See me fall down and they celebrate it. Learn how to win with no demonstration. Pop out the cool, gotta ventilate it. Cause I can't see shit out on 95. Prolific little bitch, I see dollar signs. The shit I done seen got me traumatized. Tryna clear all the pain in my mama's eyes. And my daughter, she watching me closely. Tryna better myself like I should be. Had to chill out with all of that street shit. I came a long way, but don't push me. Rest in peace to my bro, it ain't right, dawg. 20 bands, nothing that's light sauce. Hit the booth and I turn all the lights off. Gotta get in my zone. Gotta turn on my phone, cause all them smiles is fake and I see it. Bad guy, if I got it, I'll be it. Baptized, but I'm living with demons. Trap vibes, so I'm cashing out demons. No face, swear these bitches is heathens, but I don't need them though. Keep my moves quiet.
We here. Welcome. It's a good one. You ready? I saw that deep breath. He took that deep breath. You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh my God. All right, man. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Prolific Podcast. Prolific Podcast. As always, one of your hosts, Berto, checking in with you, with my co-host.
Will. Self-proclaimed. He called me out on it.
Hey, man, listening to your podcast and watching you guys, it's the name. Right?
It's the name, right?
Self-proclaimed or not, like that's the name it goes.
Maybe it's not self-proclaimed. Maybe I'm just being humble.
And that's your alter ego. Maybe that's your alter ego too. You know what I'm saying? It was, since everybody else thinks you got an attitude, you'd be like, yeah, nigga, ill. Cause I'm ill.
Yeah. Fucking start Harlem shaking and shit.
Probably doing them dances. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, that ill. Man, you doing it ill? Will.
Okay.
Hey, there you go.
Will doing that dance.
Hey, but we always start off with a little toast.
Yes, sir. So, always.
Just a little Prolific Podcast toast to the episode, to the vibes, to the conversations.
Cheers, brother. Cheers.
Appreciate you.
Welcome to the family.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate this.
Always. As always, for our followers and the new followers, make sure you guys check us out. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, follow us for the vibes. Very, very special guest today.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to get into a lot, but we want to definitely bring this guy on. He goes by Nick Valme.
Yes, sir.
Right? That's how you pronounce the last name?
Absolutely.
Nick Valme.
You did it. And you know what? A lot of people really don't. And I guess, like, you see, like, the accent. If you don't have the accent on there,
it's incorrect.
It sounds incorrect. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it happens. So now I usually put it on. Since high school, I just...
the little on the E, on the process of the little E.
Right on the E, you know what I mean?
The machetazo.
Yeah. But pleasure. Thank you for taking the time out. Thank you for taking the time out and coming on the platform and joining us, Prolific. We have a young soccer coach. We can say young. 35 still young, right? 35 still young.
Yeah.
So young soccer coach, personal trainer, you wear many hats. You're definitely one that's influencing in the health and wellness platform and area. But one of the main ones.
Here in Miami.
Miami, Florida, local. Deal with a lot of people that are elderly as well.
Yeah,
which a lot of people are not doing.
I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, don't do it again.
But I'm sorry. But I honestly, they are, I guess, older. Mm-hmm. But I don't like to call them elderly.
Okay.
Or senior citizens. I like to call them mature adults.
Hey, that's what it is. It's mature adults. You're right.
You're right. At the end of the day, like, we're still all young. You know what I mean?
And you're only as young. You're only as old as you feel.
Exactly. And man, let me tell you, I train 83-year-old clients, and I'm 35, right? So that just tells you the math right there. You know what
We're gonna talk about one of them. I don't know if his name is Bill.
Oh yeah.
Yo, Bill is brolic. Bill's like 85, but he's brolic. I saw you posted him on one of them.
Oh man, I post him all the time.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, he's jacked. He's 80 something, jacked. 5 a.m. workouts, never misses a day.
No, he doesn't. He's in the game every day, Monday through Friday. I try to tell him, like, yo, straight up, like, take a day off or come on Saturday. He's like, nah, you know what? I just like to do this right here, and that's it.
I'm saying, and it's like people can get misconstrued because this is Miami, but you are actually from Jamaica.
Oh yeah, I'm Jamaican and Haitian.
Jamaica.
I gotta give up both sides. You feel me? Yeah. But you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, like, I'm also Dominican because we're next door neighbors. Don't get that twisted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? At the end of the day, Taino, no?
Yeah.
All right. So we gotta go down to the history of everything. You know what I'm saying?
You're part of the Trinitarios.
Hey, you know exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Be careful with that. Don't claim that shit.
Oh, okay. Wrong. All right.
You don't claim that shit.
All right, put me on.
But brother, we appreciate you taking the time, like I mentioned earlier. As I mentioned before, you're doing a lot. You wear a lot of hats. One of the main things that got you here is that you are one of the few people that survived cancer.
Yeah, actually. Absolutely.
That's huge, and I definitely can't wait.
Yeah,
I was like, there's definitely. I mean, we're talking about stage 4 cancer.
Yeah, like
Beat and went through it, and of course with everything, time permitted, we're gonna dive into that.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you guys want
because it's testicular, lung, and lymph nodes.
Yeah, definitely.
If
you guys want to, I'm with that.
Whatever,
I'm actually just curious, just to kind of hit it off, like, because I mean, usually when you see someone that has cancer, it's like, okay, they have a specific cancer. Okay, they have lung cancer. They have this cancer, but you had 3 different. Yeah. So it's like, was it something? Is it just a stroke of luck type of thing? I'm not gonna say luck, but just a stroke of the dime where you got all 3, or did one like create the other?
Yeah. So exactly. So that's how it all really starts. So it all started within the testicular cancer, you know what I'm saying? And it metastasized, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know anything. Oh, okay, sorry. So I didn't really know anything too much about it until when I got to that stage of stage 4, you know what I'm saying?
So you never had like symptoms or anything?
Oh, okay. So going into the whole symptoms things now, this is how it all started. Sorry, I'm burping for a second.
No, you're good. The first, I was gonna ask you. So like,
I had a little grill earlier. You know what I'm saying?
Before we get to that, which is gonna probably lead to that.
Yeah.
Talk to us about when it started. Like, where were you? What did you feel when you found out? How was that like for you? And then go into.
All right. So the way I found out, to be honest with you, is it's so weird. And it's actually pretty cool to me, you know what I'm saying? And everyone could take their own.
Perspective,
exactly. It's all about perspective, right? Yeah. So the way I found out, I was actually getting into sexual intercourse with my girlfriend at the time, you know what I'm saying? And she started playing with my balls, right? And while we were getting into it, you know what I'm saying? She told me, she was like, babe, hold up, stop. I feel a little lump. Have you ever felt this? And I played with it. I was like, what? I was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? And then from there, like that's when the whole game started. You feel me? And then, but a little bit before that, like I did feel like a little stomach pains and like a little back pains, but I didn't take anything too serious. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until then.
Around what age was this?
This was about, I would say, 2009. So I'm looking at
20.
I would say like 21. No, 21, maybe 22. Yeah, okay. Something around
so fairly
that.
young. Fairly young.
Yeah.
College years.
Yeah, because actually, right when I was like, there was a time where I went to St. Patrick's Day birthday, because my birthday's on St. Patrick's Day. Mm-hmm. And my homegirl, you know what I'm saying, she actually put me on. She came to my house, you know what I'm saying. Like my boy Brian came through, Yeah. And then she came through, you know what I'm saying. And she was like, yo, she spoke to my mom, pleaded. She's like, yo, can they come out for a little bit, you know. And she let that happen, you know. But it was cool, you know. But it was around that time, because I remember that. But so yeah, from when she was playing on my testicles at that time, you know what I'm saying? She found out, boom. That's when everything started from, like, we took everything into measures, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. From going to the doctor to, you know what I'm saying, doing the MRI, to the CT scans, you know what I'm saying, to the blood work, like millions times of blood work. Mm-hmm. And then I had to go get white cell shots, you know what I'm saying, like every 2 weeks, because when my cancer started, it started actually, and I'm not even in front, because on February 6th is Bob Marley's birthday, right?
Yep. One time for Bob Marley.
All right, so that was a Friday, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that was in 2009, right? So right after that, on a Tuesday, you know what I'm saying, I had my first chemo cycle, right? Which was on February 9th. You feel me? Which is today. I kid you not. Like,
what?
Like I told like my mom that I live with. Yeah, I live with my mom. You know what I'm saying? Which is all good, because, you know, she came back from Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to live with her kids. Mm-hmm. So I give her that wish. Yeah. Right? I'm single, so I'm gonna do that. You know. So I woke up.
So what are we talking? 13 years to this day?
To this day. Sheesh. You know what I'm saying? And then August.
Cheers to that, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. Thank God.
What a coincidence.
Absolutely.
That's, to the day.
I kid you not. Like, I have all the documents, like all my paperwork. I go see my doctor, Frances Berman, which works at Miami Cancer Institution right now. She doesn't work for urology no more. I'm like, actually not urology, but what's the one for the balls? I forgot.
I don't know. I know oncology. That's
but I forgot the name. It's I think it's urology. I think so. Quote me if I'm wrong, but I think so. You know what I'm saying? But I go see her, you know what I'm saying, from time to time. I go visit, and I used to volunteer over there. But then, like, when it came to, like, doing the shots and stuff like that, that's where, like, I stopped. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't about that life.
You got...
Go ahead.
No. So for somebody, for example, for me, I mean, I was going to say for somebody, but for me, what does that even look like? You know, let's start off with the testicular cancer, because that's where you found out kind of like where things started for you, right? So once you found out, you know, what it was, what is the steps? Like, what even happens? Where was your mind at? Like, what did you even feel?
All right. So to be honest, like, my mind was like, I was like, all right, fuck.
Yeah, of course.
All right, first. That's you know what I'm saying? I was with my mom. My mom was there with me every step. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
shout out to moms, man.
Yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying? Mama Dukes that's OG for life. You feel me? So she was there with me every step of the way, right? She has a little notebook. She wrote everything down, right? So while we were there into the doctor's oncology, right, Francis Berman, in the beginning, what she did is we showed her the CT scans, right? And I showed her the CT scans, and the moment she saw them, she saw the little white dots all over. She's like, "Oh, that's cancer." But before I go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, diagnose you and give you my professional opinion, I want to go and run a couple more tests. All right? And I was like, all right, cool. Let's do that. So that's what we did. So then I did a whole CT scan, and that's when I found out that I had a tumor that was growing right here on my neck. I got a scar right here, nice one right here, and one on my back. You feel me? Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front. I like them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you said when you first were diagnosed, it was just like, fuck. Like, you didn't have like a thought like, oh, like, I'm gonna die, or like, I'm gonna, you know, did you?
Like, what was your thought process like?
So no, to be honest with you, when I got out of Dr. Berman's office, right, I was walking with my mom through the garage, right? Straight up, I was talking to her. I'm like, yo, we got this, right? And I was laughing and shit. And then I called my boy Brian, all right? Because I knew this man since 1 year old. Because my parents, my mom and her mom, like, knew each other since they were young. You know what I'm saying? They worked with each other and everything. You feel me? I went to high school with him, middle school. You know what I'm saying? B-knows, right? So the first thing when I did, and I called him, I'm like, yo, B, guess what? He's like, what happened? Bro, I can smoke weed all the time now. I got cancer. Like, I'm not I did think about it in a bad way in the beginning, but at the end of the day, like, what am I gonna do? Salt?
Yeah.
What am I gonna do? Worry? I can't. I'm 21 years old. I'm the firstborn from my mom. You feel me? So I'm not gonna try to lose my life through this shit. I gotta fight. So imagine how much if my parents have to bury me, my brothers have to go through this shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny you say that, because I've always thought of death in that way. Like, I don't think about it like me. I always think about it as, if this happens to me, my family has to go through that.
Exactly.
Because I've always been, I'm not saying I am, but I'm just, you know, somewhat of the backbone of my family. So it's like, if I go, they're going to have to deal with all that. And that's always been my perception of, like, me dying. It's never like, oh, poor me. It's always just like, damn, now they're going to have to go through some shit.
Nah, I get that. Because, you know, at the end of the day, like, yeah, we're not going to be here for that. But, like, it sucks to be able to have them go through that. Because, you know, like, at the end of the day, like, me, like, I'd rather be the last one standing out of my whole Valme name. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I feel like after everything I've been through, you know what I'm saying? I could do it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, again, like, remember how we spoke, everything happens for a reason, and everything is for a reason. I was built for adversity, you know what I'm saying? I roll with the punches, you feel me?
Big facts.
You know what I'm saying? I control the blows, and I know the outcome. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Because you control the outcome, too.
Yeah, so don't take that quote, all right? I'm going to put that on the motherfucking T-shirt, all right, with Healthy Strides right here. Yeah. But that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I feel like through beating cancer, you know what I'm saying, and then also going through, like, jail at the time, possession of marijuana back in the day.
Yeah, when that shit used to be a charge.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? But going through all of that, like, this is my mindset now. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is why I'm here right now. This is why I guess you guys have me here right now. You know what I mean? Exactly. And I appreciate that. You know, like, this is real.
So then going off of that, though, like, what do you think was the biggest part of your journey as far as like beating the cancer, do you think it was more like dieting? Was it more exercise? Or do you think like the mental aspect was like one of the biggest things that helped you get to the point where you beat it?
That's actually a good question. So mostly it was my dieting, all right? And then my exercise, I would work out, but I wouldn't work out all the time, like heavy, because you couldn't do anything strenuous. Because at the same time, the way I was doing my chemo cycle, I was taking 3 different type of chemos. It was a bisocymal, something with a T and then with an E. I could find it all again with my notes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But so everything was my diet. So what I did is I didn't eat any meat. All right. I didn't eat anything with salt, butter, no sugar, no nada. All right. Nothing at all.
Is this something that they told you, or did you just do like your own?
I did this on my own.
So like, is this like some like Jamaican, like from the Caribbean type of style dieting?
Yeah, I guess because, I guess Rastafarian, you know what I'm saying? But also at the end of the day, it's Aito, you know what I'm saying? Aito is natural, right?
What is that?
Aito.
What's that?
Aito is clean. It's natural. It's natural. Like there's nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's straight from the ground. Everything that you eat is straight from Mother Nature. The ground, you know what I'm saying?
So it can't possibly be harmful to you. Like
exactly.
Because
at the end of the day, like if you think about it, all right, our biggest organ is what?
It would be the brain?
Nah, our biggest organ in our body, is our skin.
Because you know what I'm saying? It can stretch out.
It can stretch out, but also it's the fluid. Yeah. All right, this is why we're so hydrated within water. You know what I mean? Which I need to get some more. But
we got you.
Not yet. But you know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, I shouldn't be saying so much. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard it. It'd be bad, right? It'd be a catchphrase.
No,
I don't know. But
talk the way you talk, bro.
I appreciate that.
You're good.
But so going off on that, like it's all about eating clean.
So what were you saying with the skin, with the water?
All right. So at the end of the day, your skin.
You said fluidity.
Yeah, fluidity. So your skin, right? Once you know your skin is dehydrated, all right, that's the last form because then you know your organs and everything is starting to fail.
So it's like the shell, like the skin is the shell.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this is everything. This is everything.
But is that something that's like a doctor told you to do, or you just started doing that on your own?
When it came to eating, it was just about me and my family. You know what I'm saying?
So you guys, what you're saying is you guys figured this out on your own.
Me and my family and my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? Like so in Jamaica, all right, there was this gentleman who had his wife who had breast cancer, right? 3 times. And then after that, like through all the process and everything, going through the doctors and everything, he came back and started doing his own research, right, within plants, right? So if you look at it, like papaya, mango, all that, like those are leaves, right? So there's a leaf called Soursop, right? Guanabana in Spanish, right?
Yeah, Soursop.
So that beautiful fruit, right? Just like a jackfruit, has so much power, so much antioxidants, so much beneficial things for you as a whole, right? So when that comes in like that, what we would do, and this is what my grandfather put me on, what we would do is we'll get the leaves, and I still go to Jamaica because at my grandma's house, we have soursop trees, right? So we'll go get the leaves, we'll wash them, we'll dry them, and then we'll take them to the States. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you could do that because you just go ahead to what is it called when you go
like customs
TSA, and whatnot. Yeah. So you just write it off of, you know what I'm saying, dead leaves, whatever. Boom, you're good. And what you do is after that you boil it and you drain it and you drink it. So I would do it 3 times a week, right?
Like a tea, like you drink it like a tea.
I would drink it 3 times a day. Actually, 3 times a day. Sorry, 3 times a day.
Oh, 3 times a day.
3 times. Sorry, 3 times a day. Right. All right. And then after that, I would do my cycles, and that's it. So pretty much Monday through Friday, I'm doing a cycle, and then
now what's the cycle?
The cycle is my chemo,
okay.
and I'm doing it from 8 in the morning to 5 p.m.
Just sitting in the hospital
every single day.
Monday through Friday, sitting there. I kid you not. All right, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Yeah, because they can't do too much in your body because your body might not accept it and might reject it.
So then at the same time, what I would have to do is after I would do that, right, and the week that I'm off, I would have to go get a shot at Baptist on the weekends to go get my white cells reproduced.
Yeah, and balance it out.
Exactly. And that was trippy. I was like, man, come on. And there was actually one time where actually I got a little like emotional because there was times where
It's hard, bro. It's a lot.
I was
22 years old. Like, it's a lot.
I was solo at the crib like most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom was there too, but like she wasn't in the room all the time. So I watched this movie Armageddon. You feel me? I think it was like a Friday or a Thursday night, and I'm over here watching this movie. I'm fucking chilling, and I started tearing eying. But then right after that, like the fan was on and everything, and I started getting like the chills, right?
Yeah.
So then like it got to like 103, right? And then my mom called the doctor like, yo, he's 103. I don't know what to do. Should we just take him in? Da, da, da. She's like, no, just relax. All right. Just, you know what I'm saying? Put him in a cold shower. Just tell him, you know what I'm saying? Hydrate, da, da, da. You're good. Pump him with some vitamin C's. I was like, all right. And yeah. It was actually.
So other than the Soursop, what else do you remember like being like the power foods that help, like, or that you feel that helped you kind of?
Everything that came from the ground.
So what was your diet like?
So was
it just vegetables? Like
Did
you go like vegetarian?
Yeah, I went plant based. I didn't eat anything. I didn't eat anything that did not come from the ground. I didn't eat any fish. I didn't eat no chicken. You know what I'm saying? I had lentils, chickpeas. I had kale. I had sweet potato. And this is again cooked with no salt, no butter, no nothing.
None of the good stuff. None of the good stuff.
None of the good stuff. I did have pasta, which I learned after being it, and I mean, could anybody else, but after being that, I learned from Dr. Sebi, like pasta, you know what I'm saying, which is actually one of the worst things to actually eat, you know what I'm saying? It's actually like cocaine of food. If you ever actually eat that, right, which I do sometimes, and you wake up in the morning, you feel like you're all congested in your nose, right? Yeah. And what do you think that's from?
Is it sugar?
It's the sugar, right? Yeah. So just like if you guys drink like any milk, you know what I'm saying, or even eat cheese, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna feel all of that, you know. So like that's those things that I didn't eat at all.
Did you ever fast?
Absolutely.
Because I've always heard that like
absolutely.
When you fast,
I still fast now.
Like, it's like where what is it? 3 days? Is it 3 days after fasting? Then like your system like
regenerates. Yeah, technically it starts with 3 days, but for like the whole, it's really 7 days.
So
which is just
water.
Yeah, which is more spiritual when it comes to the 7 days.
Yeah.
How do you? All right, hold on.
Nah, because I've thought about doing the 7 week. And there's a thing.
7 week or 7 days?
7 days. Sorry, 7 days.
It's all right. You gonna be scared me for a second. You mean? That scared me for a second. I ain't gonna lie. That scared me for a second.
There's a retreat that in India where it's a 7-day thing, and I've thought about doing it because like. That is like a next level of spirituality in the sense of like, bro, if you can get through 7, especially someone who like me, I love to eat. For you to get through something like that, that's like a, you know, and I would just to see how my system regenerates.
Yeah, how you reset your body, kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I get that. So you know what I learned about going through cancer. One of the cool things was that your liver, you know what I'm saying, it always regenerates. That's the only organ in your body that regenerates still to this day. Like you can cut it halfway.
What do you mean? What do you mean regenerates all the time?
So let me just go. So when I had testicular cancer, right, I had to take away my testicle. I also had a mask, like a big tumor mass, right, the size of carrying like a 3-month pregnant baby in my stomach, right. There's like a picture of like in Christmas, I was with Brian, and I look like I was fat, yo. You know what I'm saying? Brian's like, yo, damn, B. Yeah, you feel me? He's like, yo, you look fat, B. I'm like, nah, King. Yeah. Nah. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I thought I was. You feel me? I was like, no. But come to find out, that's what it was. So what happened was they moved the tumor. I had spots in my kidney, spots in my liver that they moved. So that's why I learned about that you could cut half of your liver or whatever, and that's the only organ that will regrow.
Okay, that's what you meant, right? Regenerate. Okay.
Yeah, regenerate. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because if you think about it, like unless you damage it through like alcohol so much, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Unless it's actually like burnt down to a fucking
exactly. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like if you balance everything in life, like everything is good.
Yeah.
Like there's no problem at all. Like honestly, at the end of the day, like what's pretty cool, and I stand by this is like I always like to have a woman doctor.
Yeah.
Just because they're more caring. And when it comes to like bad news or anything, they're
Empathetic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to me, at the end of the day, like, I like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Some people are different.
Yeah.
You know?
So going off of that, then, as far as like as a man, in your life before you were diagnosed, have you ever felt like vulnerable in the past that you can compare, or did you ever feel vulnerable, you know, when you were diagnosed? Because, you know, as a man, it's
Both.
like it's hard to be it's hard to be expressive of that, like where it's like, okay, I feel vulnerable.
Both.
You know what I mean?
When I was younger, like, you know what I'm saying, just like I think everybody was vulnerable, you know what I'm saying, speaking, you know, like, and again, I think this is why I was able to embrace this, because it taught me how to be open. You know what I'm saying? And I'm open because I'm willing to like talk. And yeah, maybe some people might not want to hear it, or some people, when they ask the questions, they like I'll say it, but some people don't want to talk about it. But I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like, it actually lets me talk about me.
Yeah, it's like
You know
your
what I'm
own
saying?
therapy. Do you feel like it's
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? There's also sometimes like where I had to deal with my own things, you know what I'm saying? Like even when there was times where like the treatment went well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I beat this like 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
you beat it in 6
I
months?
kid you not.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. How long was this whole process
Listen,
for?
you listen.
Bro, how the
Wait, you're talking about for all three?
February 9th. February 9th is when I
Today.
started, right?
Today. What year?
Today.
February
What year?
9th, 2009. It was a Tuesday, right?
Today's
Today's Thursday.
yeah.
Right?
February
That would have been wicked if it was a Tuesday,
Tuesday,
right?
yeah.
Well, you know what's crazy?
It was supposed to
It
be.
was supposed to be on a
Yeah.
Tuesday.
But it wasn't gonna be
I know.
February 9th.
I know.
So
But see,
it's
But everything happens for a
for-
reason. So the fact that we couldn't do it yesterday and we did it today.
the day before yesterday.
You know?
No, but the day before yesterday, and
yeah.
then we couldn't do it yesterday either.
Yeah. That make
That's boom bang, yo.
that's
You know what I'm
you know who that is?
saying? I told you, man.
Yeah, I'm for that. We could talk about God all we
Nah,
want.
go ahead,
I'm with
continue.
that.
So going back to that, I actually lost my train of thought. You gotta remember.
No, you said that it took you only 6 months to be.
Okay, yeah. So all right, February 9th, and I kid you not, I have all the records. Again, I stated this like 4 or 5 times already. So February 9th, right? Boom, that was my first day, right? August 28th, right? If I'm not mistaken, it was either Tuesday or Thursday, because Dr. Brimmelman, all right? Because I also had this guy, Joe Scheinfeld, who was my surgeon, right? And then the head oncology from Memorial Sloan Kettner, right? That's in New York, on York Ave, right? I know that because I would go there all the time, right?
I was born in Sloan Hospital.
Oh, you word? Oh, that's dope. You see?
Hey,
You
connection.
see? Everything happens for a reason, right?
We're all connected.
I believe on that. I got to get a tattoo for that, you know what I'm saying? So what I did is, and when I went to have my surgery in May, I had the first one, which was, they said it was like going to be like 14, 15. And the reason why I had it over there,
14, 15 surgeries?
14, 15 hours, sorry.
Oh, okay.
So the reason why I had it over there is because when I went over here with Frances Berman, she had to go to the board at UM, and they didn't want to do it, supposedly. All right? I don't know how crazy this might go, you know what I'm saying?
They probably
exactly,
be too high
you know
risk,
what I'm saying?
yeah. They don't want to be responsible, God forbid, if there's a death.
That's what I heard,
'Cause
you know.
hospitals are businesses.
Exactly, at the end of the day.
Yeah, so they gotta keep the stats up.
then they asked me where do I want to go? Do I want to go to Indiana, where the doctor, I forgot his name, who found the cure for testicular cancer through chemo, or do I want to go to New York? I decided to go to New York because I got family out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we linked up over there.
Exactly. You already know. So boom, I'm out there. So I went to go see the doctor. He was number 3. Joe Scheinfeld. He took care of me. Boom, bang. You know. Then man, you know. So the day I got out of surgery, right? I ain't gonna lie. My ex-girlfriend at the time, she was there, right? And my mom had told me when she was with me that like the nurse was like, "Yo, I was calling for her." I was calling for my ex-girlfriend. I was like, "Damn, for real."
In the surgery?
Like after the surgery.
Oh, after the surgery.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything's done.
But
Like,
at
I'm
that
in.
time, she was your girlfriend or she was your ex-girlfriend?
No,
at the time?
she was my girlfriend at the time.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
so you good?
Okay.
I was good. Yeah. But still.
You imagine you say
Calling
something.
out side
Hey, yo,
piece,
you say a side joint.
chill. Hey, yo. I'd rather be a mama's boy than a lover sucker.
That's true, though.
Aight?
That's true.
Aight? Listen, my heart has been hurt so many times, but I still find love. But love just hurt. Right?
Yeah.
But it's okay. I'm gonna keep doing it. But again, I wish instead of saying Shorty's name, I would have been like, yeah, Mama Dogs, Mama, you know what I'm saying? But even though Shorty was with me through the whole time, I ain't gonna take nothing away from her. She was there for me every step of the way.
And that's tough. That's tough at those ages.
From before and exactly. From before and after, everything. Her family too. Helped me out with like, before they had the GoFund, they had an angel page, right?
Yeah.
And they would, people sent me money. So shout out to everybody that sent me money. If I could do that right quick.
Yeah,
shout
of
out
course,
to everybody that sent me money, because right there, that's mad love. You helped me out so much. My fucking bills are so much. One was 72, the other one was 125,000. So shout out to both of y'all people, everyone who did that shit. I swear to God, like, I don't hate to swear because I don't like to swear to God. You know what I'm saying? Because he's my creator. I believe in a higher power, everything, all of that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, thank everybody who did that for me.
Were you ever, well, coming from a Caribbean family, you probably were, but were you religious before you were diagnosed?
I was.
Or did it increase?
It did, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, when it comes to like religion, I don't really actually follow one, because I believe everything's entwined to one. You feel me?
It's like spiritual, not affiliated.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? So I don't discredit any religion. I do follow the rules for every, you know what I'm saying? And I do obey, like, with any of my friends. If I have a friend who's Rastafarian or Muslim and we don't eat pork, we don't eat pork. You know what I'm saying? Because actually I follow that rule sometimes too.
Yeah.
But
I just started that too.
You know what I'm saying? But also at the same time, if I have a Christian or a Catholic and they don't like really drinking or smoking, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be doing that either. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, I'm going to respect you just like if you would respect me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I think Berto was asking, did they ever tell you what caused your cancer? Like, did you have a bad like diet growing up, or is it like hereditary?
Well, so you know what's crazy is like
like what even causes to
well, I mean, I don't know.
At such a young age, because I get a physical now, and my doctor's like, yeah, check yourself, you know, every couple weeks or every couple months. And in my head, I'm like,
it could be.
What am I really looking for?
It could be like a bad germ, right? That also comes in within a bad cell. All right, and then also that's how it hits. But more than everything, it's hereditary. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I believe so. You know, like on my mom's side, like I found out like before no one had it, right? And then I had it, and then my grandfather passed away from a type. I forgot what type of cancer he had. If it was in leukemia or something like that. But he had passed away through that as well.
But did they follow? So did they follow like the same dietary things that they were giving him?
With him? No, he was at a later stage within everything. You know what I'm saying? It was actually really tough because, you know, like my grandfather, he actually is the one that helped me, right? Yeah. He helped me through that. So from him helping me and then not being able to help him, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's tough.
And then I've also had a couple homies that had cancer before, and they've died. Like, shout out to my boy Tony Gonzalez.
Yo, Tony Bambino, right?
Yeah, man.
I just told him earlier. I was like, yo, we had another boy that
that hurt because like that was my friend. Like, Berto knows, like, and
that was full of life, man.
Always. DJ.
He was a DJ, yeah.
He did t-shirts, everything. You know what I'm saying? And his family and Jader asked me to come through his boy to the funeral, and in the beginning, like I didn't really want to, not because I didn't want to support him. I just felt bad because I beat cancer and he didn't. Yeah. So that was fucked up to me. That's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, when that happened, like there was like a little demons in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you feel guilty.
Exactly.
You feel guilty.
But then I learned, like, you know what I'm saying, through people that helped me out, that I can't
control that.
Exactly.
You can't control that.
So at the end of the day, like, and he wouldn't want that.
Yeah,
I know Tony wouldn't want that for me. Yeah. So that's what it was. You feel me? And from that moment on, I was like, you know what? Like, I gotta embrace this shit. Like, there's even a time when my dad met this guy, Rob, who had surgery for another cancer that like was it in like his lungs or something, and it metastasized to like his what's this called right here?
Clavicle.
Yeah, the collarbone right here, right? Yeah. Boom.
And scientific term.
And exactly. You guys are right.
I know. I was like,
sorry, I'm over here with the street term.
That's the same bone.
Listen, I'm
like, what's this? I'm like, the pectorals. He's like, yeah, chest muscles.
He's like, chest, Mondays and Fridays. Yeah, 2 times.
Facts. You got to. You have to. That's a double. All right. I was just actually doing push-ups right before we started this right now. Yo. I ain't gonna front.
Filling the tea.
I had to. I was like, you know what? I gotta do some push-ups. Wake up. But going back to that, like that's how it is. You know what I mean?
So now, when you got diagnosed, you were straight at that stage, or did you gradually get to that stage?
So I got it to the day that I did my I forgot the name, but it's a pass. Like I had a little procedure right here that I put into my main heart artery. It says instead of like taking the chemo through your vein, I forgot the name, man. Since it was 13 years ago, man. Damn, and I'm pissed about that, by the way. So I had to put it right there, right? And then what it does is every time I was taking chemo, they would put a needle right there and pierce me right there because I had it was like a little ball. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So instead of
cyst?
No. It was something that they put in.
Okay.
They actually, there's a big scar right here.
Like a suture?
Yeah, no, I guess when you say a suture, but it was something where they connected like to one of my main arteries, you know what I'm saying? For my blood vessels to push in the chemo, right? Instead of every time getting injected and hard in my veins. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, bro.
But I'm saying like when they said like, oh, like diagnosed, like, yo, you have cancer, like you were already at those stages, like the higher stages, or did you, when she told you still gradually?
Bro, when that happened, that mask in my stomach was bubbling up. So I felt like it was moving.
So you were already at that stage.
So I was gonna say, would you say that it was the early stages, or it was already?
No, it was in my late stages. It was like stage 4.
And you never had no symptoms?
Nothing?
No, again, remember again.
Obviously, besides the testicle.
The testicle, and I told you I had a little back pains, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't coughing no blood, but like I had back pains. But again, I was 21. I was refereeing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm running.
So you're standing up all day. And makes sense.
But someone over here like, yo, like, all right, I might be tired. Because when you're fatigued, like your lower back starts giving out a little bit, right? So I'm just tired. So a couple months went by, and then I was like, nah, bro, this is something else. Like I feel something else bulging up here. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I have the picture when I was looking fat, when I wasn't fat, but it was a fat tumor.
You gotta send me that picture.
I gotta show you.
So then going off of that, like just out of curiosity, like what's been the most difficult part of your journey, and like what's been the most gratifying? I mean, obviously beating it is most gratifying, but like something inside of the journey, what's been the most gratifying and what was the most difficult?
Starting my own business through this Healthy Strides with Nick, to be honest with you.
The most gratifying?
Yeah, because what it was I was working for I forgot who I was working for. I know I was working for at the time as well, but then I think maybe AT&T or a call center. I forgot. Right? But what I did was, at that time, I was just tired of working for somebody, right? And I'm like, yo, there's more to my life. There's more purpose. There's more something. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, hold on, what the fuck? I beat cancer. That's a reason.
That's a reason.
That's a reason. Yeah. Like this must be my reason. You know what I'm saying? So even if it's not, maybe I have something more in my life, but this is what it took for me to, like, you know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm running with. You know what I'm saying? This is what is me at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm all about health. I'm all about wellness. I'm all about, honestly, everyone take care of each other and love each other. You know what I'm saying? If I don't know about health and wellness, if that's not about it, like, you know what I'm saying, supporting, you know what I'm saying, giving back. If that's not about that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I believe, like, with the way the world is, like, we all have to do this. Yeah. We all have to. Because it's sad.
So what's the most difficult?
The most difficult through the whole process was seeing my mom go through that. That was it.
I can only imagine.
And it's crazy because you say that because you were the one really going through it. But when you have somebody so close like your mother,
or you love them so much, or you don't want to see them,
and they love you because you said she moved over here.
Yeah, but all right. So we were living together when it all happened. She moved back to Jamaica after I beat cancer and everything.
Oh, okay. So she was here when it happened.
Yeah, she was here. We were living together when it happened. I was still, you know what I'm saying, young bucking. But you know how it was. Like, I moved out, then I came back. You know. So
always go back to the crib, man. I went back to the crib like 3 times.
So then when she came back after she took care of my grandfather and then she put my grandfather to rest, that's when she was like, you know what, like, all right, I'm gonna come back and speak to my kids for, you know what I'm saying, a little. I haven't seen my youngest brother was 18 the last time she was here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, he would go over there. She'll come down for like maybe a week or a weekend. but it wasn't like chilling, you know. So they missed that time.
Yeah,
and that sucks.
Yeah.
So,
would you say that she's? I was gonna ask you who's somebody that influenced you the most in this entire journey. From what you're saying, I would assume your mom. But if it's not your mom, who would you say influenced you? Because let me tell you something, man. Like, you're talking about it and you're joking about it because you're here.
yeah, no, but honestly, I'm joking about it. I'll be joking about it on the
No,
bed.
I know,
too,
yeah, I know.
what I'm
But it takes a different type of individual to joke about it and be that positive about it. I know people that are dealing with spending, they're serving time in prison. I got people dealing with, they slipped and fell and they're missing a toe. Like you beat cancer, Nick.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and I get your personality. It's cool, but like, you can't tell me that them demons didn't come out at night when you're by yourself and not talking to anybody, not entertaining somebody when it's you and your
facts.
back. So
Facts.
So it's like, obviously you have to keep yourself motivated, right? So like, who did you not look up to? I'm not gonna say look up to. Who do you think who was that driving force for you that was like, yo, like, I got to do this for myself, but this person still got my back through this whole time.
Oh shit! You know what? I just got a little teary right now.
Yo, this is prolific. You can let it out, my boy.
I'm going
let
to
it out,
listen,
my boy.
Hey, listen, this is what I do.
Yeah, this is what we do. This is what we do.
I appreciate that, and again, I thank you guys for having me here. But at the end of the day, like, I'm an open book. So honestly, when I was going through it, yeah, I did it for my mom. But then you see my 2 younger brothers that I got.
Yeah.
And you see my dad. Yeah, I did it for my dad, but my dad's already old.
Yeah.
You feel me?
OG already.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But I do it for them. I did it for them. You know what I'm saying? Also, I did it for myself, absolutely. But at the end of the day, like,
so you were your own role model.
Yeah,
you're like, I got to get through this for me and for them.
Yeah, like, I had to do it no matter what. Like,
and that's big, man. That's
and
big.
like, if I had to stop eating, would I had to stop whatever, like, what I did do? And if I had to drink some fucking tea that I didn't like at the time to do, I did it. I put a callus in my mind that, you know what, even though some food doesn't taste good, it's fucking great for you, so you gotta eat it. And I did it. Just because I didn't like papaya, I didn't like that shit before. But now, catch me with it. I'm eating that shit every fucking time.
Do you eat the seeds?
Hell yeah. You know why?
The seeds are
very vital. Very vital. Just like moringa. If I'm saying it wrong, moringa, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Malanga?
No, it's moringa. It's
moringa.
called a tree of life, right? Okay. So the whole bark, everything, which is crazy about this world, and that's why I tell people, like, and again, that's why, like, honestly, people tell me, yo, Nick, why don't you keep eating like that? I'm like, because I could go back, but honestly, yeah, I'm a human being. I like to have pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my pleasure is to, like, eat. I love food. Like, man, catch me on a good day, I'm eating everything, and I'm just chilling. You know what I mean?
But what do you mean by everything? Like, you mean you having cheat meals, or you having everything, but you've changed your
you've
changed your routine already?
So
where
like,
it's
no,
everything.
all right. So I'm not gonna lie. On a cheat day, I'm cleaning house. Like, I'll eat most everything.
McDonald's,
But I don't eat like crab and
seafood.
shrimp.
Yeah,
I don't fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? People do. That's cool with them. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
so now, just then going off of that, what do you think? What would you say are the best? Obviously, you said soursop, the papaya. Like,
jackfruit.
What's the best 5 foods you think that helped you on your journey with just being like the most nutrients, the most whatever you needed to
that helped you get through what you got through?
Soursop.
Like Dylan.
Yo, I'm telling you, with the fire. Yo, I'm serious, yo. I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
Like,
but you're saying the leaves, but not the
actual fruit. The fruit too. Absolutely, the whole thing. Like, but I would eat the fruit. But here in the States, you really can't get that fruit too much unless you go to, like, down south. Yeah. You got to go to Homestead, or you got to go to Bravo by 152 in Coral Reef. But come on, you know what I'm saying? And when you go there, like, if it's not ready, you got to wait. If it's small, boom. So
soursop. What else?
Soursop. Papaya, yes, absolutely. Jackfruit is another great one. You know what I mean? And then you actually have moringa tea. You know what I'm saying?
Did you do any, like, water? Like you said you went.
Oh no, you just drink straight water. Yeah. All right. Then what you can do? The biggest thing is Kangen water. All right. All right, now
so talk to us about it. You've been talking about this.
That's why I asked you.
Yeah, I gotta come back and show you guys the machine, how the whole process works.
You come back part two.
I'm interested in that.
Because I want you guys to taste it. Yeah. I want to show you guys the difference of how, like, you put a tea bag in regular water. Yeah. in hot boiling water than if you put it in a Kangen water, and see how much it actually takes out from the bag than the other one
compared to the boiling water.
Which
is crazy because boiling water is supposed to be.
It was supposed to. What is the word?
Extract.
Extract. Exactly.
Yeah.
Extract out the nutrients from the bag. Right? No. Like, I'm so interested to show you guys.
No, but I'm saying boiling water in general is supposed to already like extract all the toxins and all the shit from any water.
Absolutely.
So if you're telling me a boiling water is not exact.
I'm telling you.
All right, so he's gonna come back for part 2.
Yeah,
of
we
that.
need the tutorial.
Yeah. But let me ask you. Hold on.
Kangen water right now is 9.5 alkaline water. All right. So within the machine from the Kangen water, right, it already has 8 blades that processes the molecules from the filter that is coming out through the stream, right? And while it's doing, usually through like tap water or bottled water, what happens right now, you're getting like about 10 to 8 molecules through your drinking. And when you drink water, doesn't it fill you up sometimes?
Yeah.
That's not supposed to happen. Water is not supposed to fill you up. Water is supposed to do what?
Hydrate you.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So through this machine, right, when you're drinking it, when it cuts out the 8 to 10 molecules, right? What's happening right now it's cutting down to like 2 to 4, right? So now you're getting all the electrolytes, right? All the minerals, and then the water is not filling you up.
It's doing what it's supposed to do.
Exactly, hydrating you.
Hydrate your body.
There's times where you can ask any of my friends when they come, they get drunk, or they pass out, whatever, and I come give them some water, Kangen water at the house. They're good.
So that's the ultimate hangover cure.
I'm telling you.
I gotta come by.
You better
You got them in bottles.
better,
Like, what you got?
You better white label
you
that.
got the filter. You got the filter.
Nah, I sell machines. That's
You
what
sell
I
the
do.
machines?
I just sell the machines.
Nah, you
all right?
need to put that in a bottle and sell
No,
it.
you can
White
do it.
label
You can put it in a bottle, but why? I give it to your house.
Yeah.
For you and your family. Take care of everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
One stop
Straight
shop.
up.
You're gonna do
Exactly.
You're gonna take care of your family this month and the rest of the year.
And if at the same time, if you want to make some money with it, come sell with me. Straight up.
That ass.
Think about it.
Yeah.
All right.
Got you.
Because at the end of the day, natural water is gonna start declining. How many plastic?
It's already been, man.
Exactly.
It's already been.
Plastic
Quality
bottles.
water
I'm not gonna lie. I love plastic bottles because my friend runs a business and sells water. All right. And I'm not gonna hate on him or his business.
Shout out to Guy, man.
Facts.
Shout out. Is that you talking about Guy?
Yeah,
All right. I was like,
right, man.
Got the
Right?
right person.
Shout out to my boy Kong. Yo, hey, Agua King. All right?
Agua King. That's what it was. I was asking you
Agua
earlier.
King.
I was
Agua
like,
King.
Yeah. Shout
All
out to
right,
Guy.
shout out- you know
We're
what
gonna
I'm
have you on pretty soon, Guy.
Absolutely. All right.
Now I have a question. One last question. This will be my last question. I just said question like 8 times.
Facts.
At Jay Mohin. Shout out to Jay Mohin.
Who were you? Like who was Nick before cancer?
Oh man.
The top shutter
Yo.
of West Kendall.
Big facts, yo.
Big bun man.
Yo, I would like to have fun. You know what I'm saying? I would like to plug up my homies with anything. You know what I'm saying? You come into my town, wherever. You know what I'm saying? I would treat people nice. You feel me? We'll go to parties, we vibe. You feel me? Sometimes I throw a little party here and there, but I wouldn't be doing all that. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Just a regular 21-year-old.
exactly. I was vibing. You know what I'm saying? I was also refereeing, and that was a big thing. I was refereeing at the time, you know.
Because you play soccer, right? You play soccer.
Yeah, I played soccer back in the day, which I never played for Sunset, and I got
which is crazy because we won that year.
I know, we won twice.
We won that.
I had 2 of my homies. I had actually the whole
Felipe
team
and Brian.
Everybody would ask me, "Yo, Nick, why didn't you play? Nick, why didn't you play?" But like honestly, at the time, like we had a wicked ass team. But
we had the best team.
Yeah, we had the best team
in the world.
In this, in
the state. At least for a fact, for state.
No, in the nation because we won nationals. We won nationals. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, like I didn't consider the competition as heavy in high school.
Yeah,
which we had the best team because all the best players played for us. You know what I'm saying? But Verla was good too, guys. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say that because I know some people out there too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm politically correct all the time. At the end of the day, because I don't want to get shot down like nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
The way this crazy world is.
So then, Nick before was just a regular 21-year-old, whatever kid, like party, have fun.
Yep, have fun. Fucking have fun.
The Nick after.
Healthy strides with Nick. All right, I like to train mature adults, you know what I'm saying? I like to have fun here and there, but at the end of the day, like I like to make sure everyone's progressing on their dream and their goal. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys, I got my boy Seif, all right? He's actually here right now. You can ask him. I tell him every day, are you working out? Are you progressing? Are you doing push-ups? What are you doing? What are you doing? Because if you're doing some type of activity, moving your body, something else is going to have you go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The next thing's going to go. And then guess what happens? We like a train. We just can't stop, right? We on a roll, right? And that's it.
I think it's something that what's his name? Jim Jones said recently was like, when you're having a problem, staying motivated, just be consistent.
Absolutely.
One of the last questions that I have for you, because I wanted to tap in more into Healthy Strides with Nick. I know what you're doing with mature people, not elderly. See,
Absolutely.
you got correcting myself, right? Because I like learning from other people and their perspective,
to.
right? So you're right. You're 1,000% right.
Because you respect them.
And not only that, elderly comes off as so like elderly for me.
The first vision is just like someone that's just
like this, broken down,
brittle,
and annoyed, right? And just like
brittle.
and just miserable, right? Like a
Uncle
Karen, like a
Scrooge.
Karen and a Ken,
Yeah,
right?
Uncle Scrooge.
So I appreciate that because now when I look at somebody older and be like, no, that person's just mature. They could be full of life. They can outrun me in a mile. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. I appreciate you.
Got you
mentioning that. I definitely forgot what I was going to say right before that. So you can take it away.
No, I would say just ask him our closing question.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. I got it. So obviously, with everything you've been through, right? I know you're with Healthy Strides with Nick, right? Healthy Strides.
Big facts.
Just to touch on it really quickly, just because obviously you have your logo, you have your shirt, and we always want to promote what you're doing now. Obviously, your journey is a big reason why you're here and what you're doing. But Healthy Strides with Nick, your personal training, health and wellness coach. What is the message you're trying to get across with training the way you're training? Not the fact that you're training, because let's be real, everybody in Miami is a personal trainer, just like everybody in Miami is a realtor. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But Healthy Strides with Nick is different.
Yep.
Right. In your eyes, in your perspective, when you're training, what is it you're really trying to accomplish? Are you trying to accomplish just an overall healthier lifestyle because of what you went through, or are you trying to educate anybody and everybody so they can kind of try to avoid what you went through?
Exactly. Just like you said. Because at the end of the day, if I had known certain steps, all right, or certain balances, if I could take down my markers of blood and know what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying, and then test for them and see what is high and what is low, then I could be able to manage these things, right? If I know certain breathing techniques to be able to manage certain stress, right? Because stress creates what more than anything?
Sickness.
Exactly, right?
That's the biggest sickness we have, though.
Exactly. And it creates more mental, and the mental deteriorates the whole body, right? So if I knew these things before, not saying I didn't, maybe they were hitting a little bit.
Yeah, but we didn't pay attention
exactly.
to them when we were in our
Life was going on, you know what I'm saying?
We're in our 20s.
Exactly. So now that's the whole reason why I'm starting all of this is that. And when I train people again, like people, so I have people, I have clients that are telling me like, yo, I want to do this, I want to do that. I'm like, all right, cool. You could do these type of things. All right. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you want to work with me, we're going to do these type of things, but I will have no problem showing you these things, but let's work up to it, right? But then sometimes I'm like, no, let's just try it. All right. You know what? I told you already, but you know what? You're going to learn on your own. Go ahead. All right. I'm with you. Let's do it. Now you can only do 3. Why you want to do 3 when you could have done 10 in 2 months? You know what I'm saying? And again, it's all about, at the end of the day, life is all about what? Patience.
Yep.
All right.
And progress, not perfection. You
Exactly.
like
progress. Taking one step at a
get
time.
1% better every day.
Shit, man. If I knew that before, woo! Just take one step, Nick.
He would have beat it in 5 months. 5 months, not 6.
You see, it's something I love the fact that you said that because it's so true, man. Like I think us as humans, we overcomplicate ourselves a lot when everything, no matter what you're doing, if you always just take it back to the basics and what's important and what your values are and what your views are on life, like life can be so simple, right? You're saying it just like, just take one step, right? And I'm sure when you were going through all that, you were thinking like, obviously the worst, thinking so far ahead, but you're just like, yo, like Nick, just get to tomorrow. Yeah. And tomorrow get to the next day. And the next day get to the next day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's something that's we, even sick or not, or dealing with things or not, or just being alive, right? Take that from, if you could take one thing from today, I would say take that from Nick, because it sounds so cliche. It sounds like, all these things, but it's so true and it's so valid, right? You want to take us away with the wrap up question?
You got it.
I got it. All right, cool.
Yeah,
So
I don't have it on me.
I always got it on me. He caught it. He caught it.
There's no bullets in that. There's no bullets in that clip.
But man, look, Nick, you're definitely gonna come back for a part 2, brother, because I feel
I
like
gotta get that Congo water for you guys.
Yeah,
no,
come back with the Congo water.
1000% down
Yeah,
for that,
Congo water, and we're gonna dig deep into what you're doing now and what your message is for the world, because I think that's very important. But for a lot of our guests, we always want to make sure that we tap into one of the questions, just to kind of get a better idea of Nick, right? Not Nick, Healthy Strides with Nick, not the Nick, the cancer survivor, just Nick as a human being. Is there? I'm not gonna say is there anything. What would you say is? What's something that you've experienced that you wish somebody had talked to you about or taught you before you went through it? In life, it doesn't have to be with business. It doesn't have to be with yourself personally, with your, with surviving cancer or anything like that. Just in general, I think the broad statement.
Well, to be honest with you, there's actually a lot of things, but I'm going to go with 2 things. And I already said one, like at the end of the day, like you have to take every step at a time. All right. And you have to trust you, and there's going to be a lot of people that, try to navigate away from what you want to do. And that's not really what they're trying to do, but it just happens in life. Things happen, but you just have to stay true to what you want to do. And it's hard, but stay true to you. And yeah, man, take one step at a time, because you're going to get to where you want, no matter what. No matter what you want, you're going to get there, but you just have to take your time and trust yourself.
Yeah, I always say bet on yourself.
Yeah, yo, you have to.
And go with your gut feeling on everything.
Yeah, yo, and I learned from a lot of mistakes, saying, from situations I put myself in that landed me in jail, or, that put me in the wrong situation with an argument, or, even in business-wise with a client, or taking on a client when I know they're not right for me.
Yeah.
And I felt it, but it was like, you know what? I feel like I could help them because they need it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, most people are not going to change unless they come to you as well, or or you know what I'm saying, you're right there with them. You know what I mean?
And you feel like it's possible that they can change. Because
Exactly.
a lot of people that will come to you, and you might take it just to take, I'm not gonna say the money, right? But take the client, take the business, but in reality, it's like it's not gonna get anywhere.
No, yeah, exactly.
That takes a lot. It takes somebody a lot bigger to be like, you know what, I can't work with you because I'm too passionate about this shit to have you come to me, pay me, knowing you're not gonna put in 130%.
Exactly, absolutely. And like my first year, and I should have learned that from before. You know what I'm saying? From everything I've been through. But again, like I was so young trying to learn the business and also trying to give away shit. Yeah. I was like, you know what? When people were like, let me send me a program, this and that. I got you. I was like, nah. Like now I'm like, nah, B. Like, yo, check the website.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Check healthystrideswithnick.com.
Yeah. Or go to YouTube University for free.
Exactly.
But when you're ready for some real shit, come back to me.
Holla at me.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Nah, that's
but
good.
on this platform, go to Healthy Strides with Nick.
Yeah,
Facts,
on this platform, we ain't pushing no YouTube. We
Facts,
pushing Healthy Strides with Nick, which you gonna drop the link right here in the bio.
Facts, yo. Absolutely.
So is there anything that you would like to tell the people before we close out?
Honestly,
anything about yourself that we didn't cover?
Yeah, where's Nick going? Where's Nick at mentally? Where's Nick going in life? You know what I'm saying? Like, talk to the people. We're definitely gonna do a part 2. This is definitely one that.
But I want him to maybe say if there's something that we didn't cover today. Is there anything today that we didn't ask you that you wish that we did?
No, actually, the way that this went, like I told you guys when I first got here, I was a little nervous, even though I don't know why, because I've known this guy since 9th grade. You feel me? But everything was good. Like everything, all the questions was fine. I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm going right now is, to be honest with you, continue training my clients that I have, continue to try to get new clients that want to like learn the business. Because at the end of the day, as a trainer, my job is not to train you for 5 to 10 years. If I'm training you for 5 to 10 years, I'm doing my job wrong. Like I'm fucking up. My job is to train you for like at least maybe a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really want to do a different type of sport, then we could do something like that. Like I have a client now that he wants to learn how to really run because he sucked at running. I told him like, yo, the more you're running, you're fucking up your feet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, balance, posture,
absolutely.
Everything.
Your feet are the biggest things in the world. So yeah, man. And then also what I'm trying to do now is I'm going to start bringing out Fit Camp Sundays again. I used to do that before the pandemic. And I'm gonna bring that back.
Bring it back. So like a boot camp kind of thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna have equipment for everybody, all different sizes, all different weights. At the end of the day, if you want to do body weight, everything's good. Because at the end of the day, we don't discriminate. Because at the end of the day, it's healthy strides. All right, it's all about being.
It's not how you
healthy.
look. It's not how you look. It's how you feel. Everything's how you feel.
It's all about right here and here. You know what I'm saying? It's all about love.
More
You know?
respect.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean,
I was gonna hit the.
yeah,
After what he just said.
Nah, hit him. Nah, it's never too late. It's never too late. It's never too late.
Take it away, kid.
Yeah, man. But listen, man. Again, we're definitely gonna do a part 2 because certain stories and just certain people deserve to go the entire time. But let's just cheers again and wrap everything up. Listen, we appreciate you coming through, Nick. Make sure you guys check him out. Healthy Strides with Nick. We're gonna drop his information down below. Successful people don't get there by accident; they get there by purpose. And I feel that statement resonates so much with you. We appreciate what you're doing. We applaud you for sharing your story, not only here with us, but now, for the world to know that it's okay. Things are going to come up, the solutions to everything.
Absolutely.
Keeping your positivity, keeping your attitude, for somebody from 22 to 35, we're talking 13 years, like you said, to this day, to this fucking day.
February 9th, man.
To this day.
Bob Marley's birthday was on a Friday.
Yeah,
and
man.
that's when I had that little surgery to get that thing done.
It takes a lot, but like you said, man, I mean, it's you were built for this, and we appreciate that you're here. For one, we're blessed to have you here to share the story. We're looking forward to what you're looking to do next and moving forward. And we're definitely going to come back for part 2. Talk about the water. Talk about more about Healthy Strides with Nick.
And if we can be of any service to you.
Yeah, of any service, brother. Like anything that
We're
we
here.
can do from the podcast, from the platform.
Word, I appreciate that. We'll figure something out.
Yeah,
That sounds actually
we'll
pretty
definitely
cool,
talk
man.
about that. We'll definitely talk
Give
about
thanks,
collabing with that.
man.
Yeah.
Cause they thought I'd never make it. See me fall down and they celebrate it. Learn how to win with no demonstration. How about the cool got a ventilated?